snack time is over. We're going to start our language arts now. So I'm going to show you a video. It's kind of a silly video. You can giggle at it. There's a monkey involved, Steph. I know you like the monkey. So we'll watch, and then we'll talk about it once it's finished. It's a bit of a shorter video.
Homophone monkey sits in a tree, thinking of tricks to play on me. His homophones, they sound the same, but mean something different. That's his game. He offered me a flower, pretty and white, then dumped flour on my head. What a sight! He winked at my shoes. Did I want a new pair? Then handed me a pair. Now that wasn't fair. I giggled and said, look at your hair. He felt his head and a hair was there. My homophones, they sound the same, but mean something different. That's my game.
So, watching that video, why was the monkey so silly?
He played tricks
He played tricks, and how did he play tricks on her?
by saying a word that means two different things, so she'd think it's one way, but then give her something.
Right, so he was going to give her a flower, but then what did he do?
Dump flour.
He dumped flour on her head. That probably wasn't very nice of him to do. All right? So, that's what we're going to talk about today. What was the word that they said in there? Starts with an H.
Homophone.
Homophones, right. So we're going to talk about homophones today. So, homophones is kind of a long word. So we're going to break it down into two parts. We're going to do the first part. So the word homo. The word homo actually just means the same. So homo means the same. And then phone, what do we think phone means? Do we talk on a phone?
Mm-hmm.
So what do we think it means?
Talking.
Talking, but more listening.
Sound.
Right, we listen, we hear sound. So phone means sound. So the word homophone literally means same sound. So when he was going to give her a flower, but then dumped flour on his head, do those two words sound the same?
Mm-hmm.
But are they spelled differently?
Mm-hmm.
They are spelled differently. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a bunch of some homophones today. So I want you to get with a partner, and I want you guys to think of any homophones that you think you might know. Just use a piece of paper and scratch them down. You can use the ones that you heard on the video. You can use other ones that you made up. Come up with a list of maybe like 4 or 5. That would be good.
And then on the top of head.
Mm-hmm.
Read. Like the name Read, is that counted?
Read.
No, that's okay, just kidding. Like a read diffuser.
I think of like, yeah.
I know that's what read is, but you can do red and red like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Red
that's
and
it.
red. That's cool.
I'll give you like 30 more seconds to come up with some more.
High and high. High and high. Quick. Good one. Bye and bye. Okay, yeah. Quick. You'll come back.
Sounds like we got some good ideas here. All right, so can each group give me, here, we'll start with Georgia and Courtney. Can you give me one of yours? One of your pairs. Red. Red. So can you spell them? How about you come up here actually and write them down?
Do you want to go?
Instead of spelling them to me.
Thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Just write it right next to it.
Yeah, just write it right next to it. is this?
Red.
Red. And what is that? What did we know? Red?
Color red.
It's a color red. But what about this? We read.
We read a book.
We read a book, exactly. Kind of like we read a book. I'm going to erase this because we are limited space. Steph and Allison, how about one of you comes up and erase that? Blah. So that Georgia can see.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we have buy and buy. Sound the same, right?
We have that one too.
But what about, you did, so you're both on the same page there. What is this buy?
Like to buy something.
But buy something. So you probably go grocery shopping with your parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when they go and they give the person money and they scan through items, they're buying something. And that's this, B-U-Y. But what about this?
It's written by.
Yeah, you probably see that a lot of times with books. When you have a book, it says, by Nicholas Sparks. That was the best example I can think of right now. Or Stephanie walked by me at recess. Yes, Courtney?
What about when you say like bye?
Bye.
What if there's 3? Yeah.
That is an awesome point to bring up. So you guys added on another one. So this has 3. It's a triple homophone. So what is this? Courtney just said it's when you're waving bye to somebody. So you say at the end of the day, bye, bye Steph, bye Courtney. So we can see homophones. They have the same sound, but they're spelled differently. And I lost my computer here. Technical difficulties always. So we're just gonna watch another little clip. I love videos, so you'll know.
A pony walks into a barber shop and says,
Hello, I'd like a trim.
"You got it, buddy, but what's wrong with your voice?" The pony replies,
Nothing. I'm just a little horse.
"Horse around with words on vocabulary spelling city."
So that was just my little funny. It was a horse. So we know a horse is an animal, but a horse is also, do you ever get a scratchy throat when you get sick? And your throat kind of hurts and it's kind of scratchy? You have a hoarse voice. All right. I am going to hand this out. We're going to go through a little poem. And these copies are for you. These copies are for you. I'm going to read through it first. It's a little blurry. I had to expand it, so forgive me. I'm going to read through it first, and then we're going to talk about it as a group. Why is my computer being like this? Microsoft Word has encountered a problem. All right, I'm going to read through this for right now. So, poem's called I'm All Mixed Up. I'm all mixed up. I need help from you. How do I know why the sky is blue? I do not know. I wish I knew. Is my sister age 4 or 2? I am named Marie. She is named B. We eat red berries by the water at the sea. One sec. I have a lot of work to do. I'll sew a button on the coat you wear. I'll sit on a chair. I'll wait right over there. I'm all mixed up. I need help from you. Can you choose the right words? See what you can do. So what do we notice is a little different about this poem compared to other ones that we sometimes see?
There's homophones, so you don't know which.
Homophones in there, right? They give you 2 words, but we have to figure out which one actually belongs in that sentence. So we're going to do a little activity. I'm going to have you guys, we're going to read through the poem, have it up on the board here too. And when we come to the end of a sentence where there's a choice, I want you guys to go 1 if you think it's the first word. I want you to go 2 if you think it's the second word. And there is a couple times where there's 3 options. So if you think it's a third option, it's 3. So we're going to read through it, and we're going to read through it as a group as well, all right? Are we ready? So we're going to start. I'm all mixed up. I need help from you. How do I know to, the second one, know why the sky is blue? The first one, right? I do not know. The second, I wish I knew. My sister is age 4. Or 2, this is our first 3 one. 3, good. fingers up. I am named Marie. She is named, this one's a little tricky, B. B, right, it's the third one. Because the first one and the second one are not right. The second one's like a B. And the first one is kind of like, let me be. I don't want to be near you.
Ooh.
We eat red berries. Red. This is one of the ones we talked about right here. Red and red. So we talked about red is the color. By the water at the sea. Right, it's the second one. What does the first one mean? Who can tell us? That sea.
I see you.
Like I see you, like eyes. I have a lot of work to do. One. I'll sew a button. Oh, I see some ones. Okay, we changed them to twos. I sew a button on the coat you wear. Wear, the first one. I'll sit on a chair and wait right over there. Good. I'm all mixed up. I need help from you. Can you choose the right words to see what you can do? You guys did awesome with that. Was that okay? Do we feel comfortable with that, with our ones and our twos?
Yes.
You guys seem to know exactly what you're talking about when you're talking about homophones. You guys are experts. I know you are. So we're going to get into little centers again. So Georgia and Allison, I'm going to have you come over here, and then Steph and Courtney are going to be at this table over here. And before you touch anything at the tables, I'll just explain to it. So at your table, you guys have words and pictures, and you guys just have words. You need to find the homophone pairs that go together and put them next to each other. All right? Go ahead. So you guys need to match the word with the picture.
Blue.
So they'll be double. So there's going to be, so we have two tails. We have tail and tail.
We don't need to find a picture for that?
Yep.
Like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one's that one.
We're done. Oh, you guys are just so good. So did you get them here and here? Were there any that were tricky?
This one's tricky because of the K.
The K, because the K makes the, it's kind of silent. It just makes the not sound. What about this one?
It's kind of because they're different.
That one, because they're spelt really differently. They don't just add, it's not like you just change one letter. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't start with the same letters.
So sometimes it's confusing, but you guys did a good job. And you guys are all finished over here?
Yeah.
Perfect. Did you have trouble with any of them?
That wasn't red, so we just assumed that was red.
That's very good thinking. All right? You guys can come back to your seats. All right. George and Allison, I have this for you. So I want you guys to circle the word that goes with the picture. And then take two of these words and write sentences with them. Courtney and Steph, I want you guys to write 5 sentences using homophones.
Just one. Like,
No, so if you have a pair, so if you use like
How
red and red, you would have to make a sentence using both of them. So I read a red book. That would be a sentence using both homophones. All right?
Ow.
So now, using 2 of these pairs, write 2 sentences.
Done.
Good job.
Me
You can just hang out, read a book until we're finished, until everybody's finished, and then we'll share. No pressure, the camera's watching.
I know. I was like really watching you too. Your chin.
We're gonna replay that later. Courtney, eyes on your own paper.
5, you said?
Yeah. All right.
Are we gonna share a sentence?
You're exactly right, Stephanie. We're going to go around and we're going to share one of our sentences. So you'll tell us your sentence, and then the rest of us are going to try and pick out the pair of homophones that's in it, or the one homophone word that's in our sentence. So Georgia, you want to start for us?
I live near the sea.
So what word could be part of a homophone in Georgia's sentence?
C.
Sea. Because we talked about that earlier. What's another word? Because she's talking about the sea like the ocean.
Like sea with my eyes.
Like you see with your eyes. Good. Courtney, share one with us.
I went to 2 stores to shop.
You went to 2 stores to shop.
Two.
Or is it
2 and 2.
2 and 2, that's a little tricky because she put them right next to each other. I went to 2 stores. So she used 2 like she's going to the stores, but then she used 2 to say how many she went to. Good job, that's a good sentence. Allison.
My dog has 4 paws.
The dog has 4 paws.
Paws.
Paws. I think there's 2 in that sentence that could be used.
4.
Oh, 4.
4. Paws, 4 and paws. So she actually used 2 in that sentence. That's a good sentence. Steph?
My mom told me a tale about a monkey with a long tail.
Ooh, of course it has a monkey in it. Steph loves a monkey. So what's the homophone pair in that one?
Tail.
Tail. What was the first tail?
Story.
Like a story. Because you guys know when you read like Goldilocks and Rumpelstiltskin, whatever they read in Australia. You talk about tails. That's a tail. And then what was the second one?
Like tail.
Tail. Like a monkey tail. And like a dog tail and a cat tail and any animal with a tail in it. Good job. Those are awesome sentences you guys have. So now, as a class, we're going to make what's called a homophone book. So I'm going to hand you guys each out a piece of paper. You'll put your name on the top, and I'll give 2 spaces for you to write your pair of homophones. So if you want to do tail, you write tail and tail. And then I want you to draw a picture, and it's split in half. Why do you think it's split in half?
You
You can draw a picture of each one.
Draw a picture of each one. So you draw a tail, like say a story. And then the other side you draw a tail. So you could draw a monkey pointing to its tail. So you guys are going to do that. That'll be your homework, and you'll hand it in tomorrow, and then we'll put the book together as a class. I'll bind it all together, and then you guys can read it whenever you like. Now it's time for math.